it's me, Erica, and so today I'm gonna film another figure and chat, which is where I just unbox some of the figures that I've gotten in the past months, just because I haven't filmed one of these in a while. So I decided to get on it because I've been accumulating them for a bit, and one of them is from all the way back in June, because when I was in Japan it came and I just never opened it. But I'm really excited. I'm actually going to be unboxing my first ever native figure, and it's probably going to be my first and last, just because I don't really buy these kinds of figures, but I wanted to get this one, which I'll kind of talk about later. So this is kind of an informal thing. I just talk about the things that I'm gonna unbox. So there's a couple. I'm gonna start from the one that I got all the way back in June. I pre-ordered this a while back, but it is the Draken scale from Tokyo Revengers, and I have my last video I did Mikey's, but I'm really excited for them because I just like the design of their clothes and outfits, so I was happy to get him as well. These are probably the only Tokyo Revengers figures that I will get, unless they come out with like more of these looking ones. As much as I like the ones with their school uniforms, I'm trying to like diversify a little bit, or like since I'm running out of space, I'm trying to get figures that are really like pretty and stuff, which I've been doing, but it's just like I have to think about like some of the figures like that have outfits that are not as great, or like maybe don't fit as well with my collection as much, unless I really like the character, or there's like no figure that will come out from them. That's where I'm at. But I'll unbox the big boy at the end. So I am almost done unboxing this Draken figure. So here he is. I'm gonna get him out of the plastic, but I actually like this a little bit better than Mikey. The base is a lot smaller, which I like. With Mikey's base, it was really cool because it had stairs, but I'm like, you're wasting a ton of space with the stairs. But I mean, Mikey's outfit is really is a lot nicer, more detailed, but it looks like Draken's is really good too. So let me get him out of the plastic. I actually have not watched the most recent Tokyo Revengers season that's come up. I feel like the last one I watched was like the second season, but I've just been lagging on it because with all the different streaming services now, it's sometimes hard to keep up. So here is Draken. I really like him. He is so detailed, and I like this one because it's like, I know it's supposed to be like a clear see-through, so it looks like his arms are popping out. It's like focusing on my face, but that's really cool. I like that. And yeah, it's just a beautiful figure fashionably, and like it's like there's a lot of things that are done. Base is okay. I mean, it's a basic base. I like it a little bit better than Mikey's because it doesn't take up so much space, but at the same time I really wish they just made the base smaller or something. He doesn't need that big of a base because, you know, of course when you display them, the base takes a lot of space. But I will put him like across from Mikey on my bookshelf. So here he is. One more look. Yeah. I wish they would come out with other characters that look like this, maybe like Baji or Chifuyu, because it just looks so nice. Or the so yeah, here is Draken. So the next thing that I will unbox is actually this Nendroid from Amnesia. So when Good Smile Company, or when they did the Hot One Hobby Fest and they announced Amnesia Nendroids, I was so excited because Amnesia is one of the first dating sims that I was really into, or Otome games that I was really into when I was younger, which is weird because if you know anything about Amnesia, the guys are kind of sketchy sometimes, but you know, I got most of them with the exception of two. I think I got, with the exception of Shin, who's the blue-haired one, and I think Toma, which is the yellow-haired one, which I was planning to get all of them, but I guess they had like a limited release run, or they weren't available on AmiAmi when I went, or they were something like that, but I didn't end up getting them. But I'll probably go look and search for them in the aftermarket. Hopefully they're not too expensive, just because it's just cool to see a lot more Nendroids of series that are like older. So I was happy to get Amnesia, and they would probably look all good together. So here is Shin. So I won't probably, so with the things with the Nendroids, I'm probably just going to show you guys the pieces and stuff, just because Nendroids take a lot to put together because they have so many pieces. Not as many as before, but yeah. The thing with Nendroids though, I feel like I've been not buying as many as I used to, just because there's a lot coming out and they don't come with too many parts as they did before. Like the parts seem like very basic. So I feel like I've definitely stopped buying so much Nendroids unless it's like something that, you know, I for sure know this is not going to get another figure, or it's from a series that's super old and this is like the first figure that they've made in so long. So like for example, when they made Doremi figures, the Doremi Nendroids, I really wanted those. When they did the Amu Nendroid from Shugochara, I wanted that, but I've kind of slowed down with Nendroids as a whole as well. So I think the only Nendroids that I don't have on it's not on pre-order yet, but it's like something I really want, are the Yakuza Nendroids. But other than that, so here is the Nendroid of Shin. Here he is. So he comes with 2 faceplates and some accessories, but mainly hands. So I'm gonna take him out. In retrospect, I know Amnesia is a dating sim, and I used to be into a lot of dating sims when I was younger. I feel like now I am kind of, but it's kind of evolved. Like most of the times I would just play the dating sims that are ingrained to games already, not like purely dating sims. So when I say like purely dating sims, I'm talking about like you know, like Amnesia or Otome games that are like Hamefura, or I fell in love with a villain, something Hamefura, or like the villainous ones. I know like Caller X Malice is one. I don't play too much of those games anymore. I feel like I play a lot of like farming sims that have, of course, the dating already ingrained into it. So like I've been loving, I mean, of course, Story of Seasons. I've been liking like Core Island, but as well, like it's technically not a dating sim, but it is a dating sim. Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is a good one, even though I only go for one guy, even through my different playthroughs. But yeah, I feel like it's evolved. I feel like I need a little bit more, but yeah, but he's pretty cute. Here is Shin. And I'm always in love with like, you know, cool boy figures too, because I feel like when I first started figure collecting, there wasn't too many boy figures. There's a lot more like, you know, female or like girl figures, but now that, you know, time has increased, there's a lot more boy figures or things that are catered to the female audience. So I'm really happy to have him. And the next 2 are pop-up parades that I'm gonna unbox, and they're from the same series. And I was excited that they have it, and I bought it because I don't usually buy pop-up parades, but I bought it because I had a feeling that they wouldn't get any scales, just because it's more of a seinen anime. So it's not a shoujo, it's a seinen, and it is of Shima and Mitsumi from Skippin' Loafer. So I really love Skippin' Loafer, the manga and the anime. I mean, I've been continuing to read the manga. I read the manga before the anime started airing, so I was excited when they had it. And these pop-up parades are from the opening of the anime when they dance. It's very cute. So I'm glad to have them. I'm gonna open up. I'm probably gonna just play them where my Skippin' Loafer manga is. Just because it feels like right to put there, but I also have to reorganize my whole like shelves, just because I've been getting like figures and then, you know, manga, so it's I need to like reorganize them so they kind of fit. There's probably going to be a point where I have to like start cycling out figures in the sense of like I need to put some away and then display the ones and not just display them all at once. So we'll see. But I've also started to like kind of decrease the amount of figures that I buy, just because of space stuff. I say that as I'm unboxing a lot of figures, but this is over the accumulation of months. I always like putting it out there just because, you know, they always just come all at once, and then for some reason, like, it looks like I have a lot, but in reality, not too much. So I highly doubt that Skip and Loafer will get scale figures, but you never know. I actually am really excited. I live near a Pop Mart, so I'm excited to hopefully they get it. There's a Pop Mart figure or like blind box series with Skip and Loafer, then they look so cute. It's just like animes like this don't really get too many figures, so I was excited that they even got pop-ups, a pop-up parade. So here is Mitsumi. So the figure is actually pretty cute. I mean, the things with pop-up, they're like budget-friendly figures, so they're a grade above prize, but they're not quite scales. But for what they are, they're pretty cute, and you know, they're a lot smaller than a typical scale. So I'm glad to have it. I feel like it's not focusing on her face. So let me see. There you go. I don't think the camera is doing her justice, but she looks a lot better in person than she does on camera. So let me do Shima. So here is Shima. So I really like it. I feel like, you know, it did him justice, of course. So here he is. So with this one, it's supposed to go together to the fact that it looks like they're dancing together, like they are in the anime, or the opening of the anime. So they're supposed to be like this, I think. Well, not like this, but it looks like this. Or is it this way? I honestly, I have to look back. I think it might be this way, but it doesn't seem right. I feel like it's this way. I think it's this way. Who knows? Yes, I think it's this way. It makes more sense. So yeah, it looks supposed to look like they are dancing together like they are in the anime. So I'm glad to have them. I'm sad this is probably the only kind of figures we'll get of them, other than like maybe like the Pop Mart blind boxes, which look really cute, and hopefully they do release that here in the US. I know it's already released in other places, so hopefully they get it in the US. But yeah. So the last figure. Okay, the last figure is the really big one that I've been waiting for a while. And it's as I mentioned at the beginning, my first native figure, probably my last. I don't really buy too many. I don't really have, like, native usually makes, you know, female figures. And if you don't know what native is a figure company that usually does NSFW figures. And they have done like a few like boy figures, but when I heard that they were doing this one, I was like on the fence, because I was like, I haven't played Dramatical Murder in too long. It also wasn't my favorite anime or endgame, but it's just like the figure itself looked really cool, so I decided to go get it. And this thing has been delayed for over like almost a year or something. It is the Dramatical Murder Kojaku and Paoba figure, and when I got it in the mail, I actually ran into the postman because you have to sign for it, but it was like a really big box. And it itself has a really big box, so I have to figure out where to put this figure, just because hopefully, I think the figure is big, but not as big as this box. But of course, I need to like switch stuff around my room. So I'm only, of course, gonna show the things that I can show on YouTube, but know that there are pictures of the NSFW figure online already, so if you're of the age and you want to see what it looks like for like all the other pieces, then I will go ahead and look at that one. But I'm excited. Yeah, there's not too many of these kinds of figures for like the female audience, so I was kind of surprised. But the thing with Native is, of course, they're also very expensive. The figures are very expensive, so I think I bought this for myself about 2 years ago, because I remember thinking to myself, because I think when I pre-ordered it, I was leaving my old job, and I said, oh, it'll be like an early birthday present for me. But of course now it is technically an early birthday present for me, but 2 years late. So like a really early. I'm also trying to figure out how to open this, so give me one sec. Okay, there's tape here. Yeah, so this thing was delayed for a while. I don't want to break the box. I don't know if that's the house. Okay. I think I'm supposed to bring, okay. Oh my god. Okay, I opened it, but give me a second because I gotta check if it's, okay. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. They blocked off the pieces that are not safe for work, but give me one sec. And I'm gonna put it together because I already feel like I'm going to take a while putting this together. So we'll see it. So they actually look pretty nice. They're about like it makes sense that they were expensive. So I think since I live in the US, the exchange rate for Japanese currency to here is really cheap right now. So like $1 here is like $1.50 plus. Or $150 yen plus in Japan. So I know that this was supposed to be like 500,000 yen, which translates to $500. But given that the yen was so weak, I think in total this might have been like 300-ish, which is still an expensive figure, don't get me wrong, but for the quality that we have here, it's not that bad. It's very cheap. But of course, if you were to buy this when the exchange rate was high, it'd be different. So we'll be back shortly because it's gonna be a while for me to figure out how to put this together, and I don't want to waste footage for that. So give me one sec. Okay, so I put it together, and I will like carefully put it up. I actually didn't think it actually was pretty easy to put together. I saw like reviews that saying it was pretty hard, but I found it pretty easy to put it together, so I was proud. I spent a good chunk of my time laughing at the pieces, the other pieces, because just how they were packaged, and then I opened it, I was like, whoa, okay. But here is the one of the faceplates for Alba and Kojaki only has one faceplate, but Alba has two. Because there's one with his long hair and this one is the one with his short hair, and it's a very pretty figure. I like how they are, and then the pose is very dynamic. Let me like carefully lift it. So they don't have a base because the things itself is a base. So I'm gonna be very careful because this is an expensive figure, but here they are. Yeah, I'm probably gonna keep them on this post and find somewhere to put them. They're very nice, so I'm glad that I got them. But yeah, I have to figure out how to kind of store the other pieces, because for this one I'm probably gonna keep the box, but most of the times I don't try to keep boxes for figures, because in the end it does not work out for me, because if I like to if I want to sell it, I can't like the way I do. But yeah, they're good, and I really like how Kojaku still has his, like, I was kind of scared when I was putting on the kimono part of the figure that his tattoo would be gone, but it's here and you still see it, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah, so that is the that's the figures that I got for figure in chat this time around. Yeah, so it's a very informal thing. I just open figures and I don't feel like stressed to like put a huge review on them, because most of the time when I do a review it's just like, oh, it's good. So I don't really, I'm not that good at reviews, but I did want to share it because like I'm starting to film a little bit more videos this time around, just because I kind of stopped a little bit before, but now I've kind of been getting back into it, so I wanted to just kind of broaden my horizons for the types of videos I do. So yeah, with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you got figures this month or the past months or anything, please let me know. The next video I do might be actually another area expeditions, just because me and my friend Caitlin are going to like a stationery convention, so I don't know if I'll actually get too much from there, but we'll see. With that, then after that we'll see what other videos I put, just because it's still the year is like halfway done. We'll see whatever happens next. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!